The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
And I'm ready to go crazy because the Celtics are going all the way.
Hey, Nick, go handle our light work.
Bowl games matter.
I would like a cold cut sandwich.
Attaboy, Happer.
You can call him Eamon Owens because he ain't got no D and he ain't got no J.
James Madison.
Turn your body cams off. Do what you do.
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how's your sports weekend, man? You're muted, bud. You're muted. Go ahead. There you go. Now you're good.
I don't have to unmute myself on this, am I right? Like that wasn't on me. It was on you. It was on you, right? We're going with you. Son of a bitch. Okay, cool. Good. Because I'm like, wait a minute. I do that when I host.
You never unmute yourself. That's totally on me.
Fair enough. But Braves played Colorado this weekend, so better than usual. Also managed to still get embarrassed on Father's Day. So
I'm sorry to hear that, man. That wasn't
all good, man.
10-1? Like the Rockies ran up 10 on you?
Yeah, it was 1-1 in the seventh. They lost.
Oh my god, dude! Are you kidding?
Yeah, things fell apart.
That's absolutely brutal, man. That's like Reds bullpen-esque there. That's what that is. That's just
Generally, when your starting pitcher strikes out 15, you tend to win.
It's usually a good sign. Usually a good sign.
It's a good head start, but apparently not. That's been that type of year. That's also the Rockies now have 2 wins against the Braves. So the Rockies have about 15, 16 wins, and 2 of them have come against Atlanta. It's been
Braves
fun.
Killers. There's always that one team, that one crappy team that just seems to have your number every year. Like I remember for the longest time, the Reds had like the biggest trouble with Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh was dog crap. Like even when the Reds were winning the division, Pittsburgh was always the team that just they were just the thorn in the side. And for you, it's the historically worst team in baseball history.
but at least there you're like, all right, well, Pittsburgh, they're in division. You back then played them a bunch of times. Colorado, outside division, worst team in baseball by a long shot. Only play them 6 times the whole season. Lost 2 out of those 6 games. And they've only won, like I said, 16 games. So even worse. And last year, when the White Sox are historically bad, only played the White Sox 5 times. Lost to them twice. What the fuck is going on, man?
That's an organization.
If you have a historically bad franchise year, you can rest assured that the Braves are going to find a way to lose to them twice.
It's amazing.
It's good stuff.
That's absolutely amazing. By the way, Gabe said that the intro was Mookie's fault. It wasn't my fault.
No doubt.
Mookie's fault.
I blame Joe.
Here. Joe could have been a little better. Biscuit said, banner start, fellas. Thanks. Because he had a little bit of a rough night, Biscuit. He said that
I saw that burn
on his leg. So he needs us to be extra funny so he can focus on the show instead of the pain. He said his knee looks like I was in the Florida sun. That's some red knee right there, man. Biscuit, we'll do our best. I can't promise anything. We'll see what we can do. Without Mookie here, it's black and crayon. It's old school Craft Brewed Sports. We'll try to keep the hijinks, but Mookie is the wild card, man. He's the one that really knows how to take those tangents. So, Scott, I'm going to need you to step up a little bit tonight, all right? You got to assume that Mookie role for me.
I feel like I'm up to the task. I mean, come on. Like Mookie's takes and things are situations are wild, but mine are at least comedically timed. Like my tangents.
Listen, we've got lots of opportunities for side quests today because we are talking Sean Casey's hamstring. We are talking the Jell-O Shot challenge at the College World Series. We've got a theory that MLB might be using dead baseballs again, Scott, with confirmation from a player. There is a Rafael Devers conspiracy theory that I want to get to. Also, I think Olympic flag football might end up being the World Baseball Classic. We'll talk about all of that plus tons more. First, let's talk about these beers that we are drinking tonight. As always, we are rating them on Caesar's scale, dog or no dog. Scott, what is in your mug tonight, dog or no dog?
A little bit of a story behind this one. So 2 weeks ago when I was supposed to be on the show, but couldn't thanks to Little League Baseball, this was going to be my beer for the night. But then we ended up doing Blake's podcast with him later in the week, and we needed a beer. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect because I'll just use this on his show too. So used the other one last week and this one this week. So this week I am going with Trekker Brewing Company's Chonk. It is their Sunday Sour. It is blueberry with white chocolate. And I had to laugh because just before the show started, I was looking at the side of the can. And they go through the individual malt hops and then the floral arrangement for everything. And then you get to the bottom. And instead of listing the food ingredients, it just says gimmicks. Blueberry, lactose, and white chocolate. So they're in on the joke. It is a very, very, very doggish sour. All the blueberry flavor you could possibly want. And then that white chocolate, that sweet white chocolate on the back end. I mean, it's another delicious, delicious sour on this sour journey that I continue to be on in 2025.
So you mentioned that you said blueberry sour. I think Chonk is just like a series that they do of several different flavors. Because I had a Chonk on the show not too long ago, and it was
that's what I thought. I was like, this sounds like I've had it before. Where do I know it from? Like when I was looking at the can,
I had the strawberry white chocolate.
Well, this is their blueberry white chocolate.
Dude, now I feel like we got to go on a Chonk tour. We got to find all the Chonks.
I can tell you if I see any more of these, I'm grabbing with no hesitation. These are delicious. Delicious.
I wish I would have seen the blueberry one. Listen, I'm not a blueberry fan. I don't like blueberries on their own, but I like blueberry flavor in things.
Yes, that is the general consensus. I have grown to like blueberries a little bit over the last few years, but I will say blueberries are much more of a complementary fruit. Like a little fruit salad sprinkled in with some other fruits. They're just kind of like the flavor is real muted.
Yeah,
but blueberry flavored things always nail it.
Exactly. It's weird. I kind of feel that way with cherries. I don't like cherries because I don't like the pits, but cherry flavor, put in everything. Like hands down, I love cherry flavor or anything.
Yeah.
But cherries.
Tend to agree.
Gabe said, I got a new name for you guys, Black and White Crayon. Scott, why is he calling you White Crayon?
I don't know. That is racist.
That is super racist, Gabe.
And how's he going to get the first race card of the show and not me? That's offensive too.
It is, it is very, Gabe, that's a poor assumption on your part because everybody knows I'm black, Scott's crayon. So you earned this one, man.
Race card.
Behavior. Sarah also asked, do I need to have some random facts handy? Yes, please do. Whatever facts you could pull out tonight, Sarah, drop them in the comments because when Sarah brings her facts, that's when we get the good stuff like dong facts. We had that whole episode where dong facts in the chat, and I forgot
about dong facts in the chat. I forgot about that.
Forget about dong facts.
That was a really good tangent episode. Oh my gosh!
One of the best performances the chat has ever had was dong facts. All right, let's see what you guys are drinking. Gabe said he's drinking Nummy Gummy from Sycamore Brewing, 7.3% ABV. It's an IPA, and he says it's a dog. I am calling bullshit, sir. That is an edible, a Nummy Gummy. That is not a beer. That is absolutely the name of a weed strain. This is one of those. Do you remember that, Scott, when we used to try to guess whether it was a beer or a weed strain
or a hop? Yeah.
This is absolutely a weed strain. This is not a beer.
No kidding.
Bar is drinking Virginia Blackberry Berliner Weiss from Hardywood here in Richmond, 6.8%, but doesn't taste like it. It's the dog hitting the water bowl on a hot day because it's been gross here lately. Oh, he said, excuse me, Belgian-style white ale with local blackberries. Tomato, potato, rating doesn't change. Or also saying, this tastes blue. Mike, probably. Yeah, that's it. Pretty accurate. Like this one, the grape one tastes purple. Sarah is saying you don't eat the pits. I know you don't eat the pits, but I don't like having to eat around pits. I don't like when I do. They're just way too much work. Way too much work. Biscuit drinking a Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola Zero to be exact. 0% ABV. I wished it was one of the orange cream, but alas, just regular. Still a dog.
I like that he put Coca-Cola brewing companies.
Oh shoot. There we go, Sarah. It was the platypus episode. Yes.
Yes.
Dong facts.
But it was hashtag dong facts.
But no, those are two separate episodes. Platypus episode and dong facts were two separate episodes, and they were fantastic.
We've talked about penis a lot on the show.
Gabe saying half black and white Scott and crayon Mike. No, sorry, Gabe. It's black and it's crayon. Thank
you.
That's
been from the beginning,
man. Yeah, that's how it is. I went with the sour tonight too, man. I got Rainbow Scoop. This one is from I don't even know, some brewing company. It doesn't even have the name. That's just got like a logo on it. But dude, it's good. It's juicy. It's absolute juice. Like this is just straight up juice. It's not beer.
Ironically enough, mine's like the same color. Like
really?
Yeah, it's almost that same purplish hue.
This has raspberry, orange, lemon, lime, and milk sugar. 7.2%. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, this is a dog.
What did I get away with? I can't remember. 6.5, I believe, somewhere around here.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let us know in the comments what you guys are drinking, whether or not it is a dog. We are going to start this show off. Let's go ahead and talk some baseball since Mookie's not here. Nobody's here to complain about us talking baseball right off the jump. So we're going.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
I went to the Savannah Bananas this weekend, Scott, in town, and I got to see the Friday night performance, so I wasn't spoiled by anything. Like Saturday, they brought out Danny Graves, who wasn't there on Friday night, but Friday was like the big surprises because Todd Frazier came up and hit. Bronson Arroyo accompanied one of the Bananas to the plate, and he played Coldplay live and like just performed on the field as he walked with his guitar and sang. And then Sean Casey came out and took an at-bat. Found out later, Sean Casey tore his hamstring during that at-bat and now requires surgery. The at-bat that Sean Casey tore his hamstring was a 4-pitch walk, which sounds bad. It sounds like...
No, it doesn't. It sounds so great. It's look, I have never been to the Bananas, and I would like to go just to say I've been for novelty, but as a baseball guy, it's one of those things where it's like it's a show, right? Like, and the idea that they're like dragging out these old retired players, this is exactly what you would expect to happen, for them to be tryhards and do something to get hurt. And as far as I know, this hasn't happened yet. But leave it to Cincinnati to check that one off the list.
Yeah, exactly. From what I could tell, no former like celebrities that have come out have had major injuries with the Bananas, but Sean Casey sure did. So I was trying to pinpoint when it happened. So if you don't know the Banana Ball rules, they have like special rules. The game can only last 2 hours. So they put a clock on as soon as they are ready to throw out the first pitch. 2-hour time limit max. There's no bunting allowed. If a fan catches a foul ball, the batter's out. Like they've got all these crazy rules. And one of the rules is if you walk, it's actually a sprint. So on ball 4, you have to take off running and you get as many bases as you can. The other team, everybody on the field has to touch the ball. And once everybody touches the ball, now it's live and they can tag you out if they want. So Sean Casey gets that 4th ball and looks and goes, oh shit, I gotta run, and takes off for first base as fast as he can. Made the turn and realized everybody was standing at second base with the ball, and he put on the brakes and went back to first base. That's where everybody thinks he tore his hammy. I disagree. He also, when he came out of the dugout to the thunderous applause, really gave a big fist bump, like super pumped, energetic, like jumping around. And I think that's when he tore his hamstring. I am pretty sure he tore it before he even got to the plate.
I don't care what version is true. It doesn't matter. No matter when he tore it, from the moment he woke up that day until he went to bed, sometime in between there, Banana Ball caused this man to tear his hammy, and I'm here for it. Like it was on something that like we don't have a clear like, oh, there it is. He blew his hammy doing this. So all we're left to do is speculate. And I feel like the speculation is the even better part of this story. Like the news dropping to almost 24 hours later. I was actually more surprised about that than anything else. I'm like, how is this news coming out so far after this game was over? I mean, you usually get injury reports right after the game for these things. A day later, they're like, yeah, Sean Casey tore his hammy.
I did see.
I just imagine that this is what would happen to me in any type of situation like this, alumni type game or anything like that. I'm tired of like, man. Imagine with the old timers game or something. If somebody had to get Tommy John and they'd never had Tommy John in their career, and then in the old timers game they threw one in there. That was it. Their elbow collapsed at that moment. Oh man. It's not funny, but objectively, it's fucking hilarious.
It's really funny though. It is like really funny. You feel bad for the guy, of course, and you don't want to see him get surgery, but that's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious.
In this gimmick retired game, he tears his hammy. Oh my gosh.
Are asking the question, is Banana Ball worth seeing live, Mike? I honestly have not watched it on TV. So I feel like you get a little bit more of the production value on TV than you do in the stadium. It is overstimulating as hell. They do not stop playing music. It is 2 hours of music pumping in your ears nonstop, which is a lot to handle. Like it's a lot. I'd say it's worth it to say you saw it, but overall it was fine. Like the first time somebody popped one into the outfield, they made a flip and caught the ball as in like a back flip, and I was like, whoa, that was crazy. And then the next time they hit one into the outfield, they flipped and caught the ball. I was like, oh, cool. They could, and then they did it again. And then a fourth time, I was like, all right, I get it. You can fucking flip and catch the ball. Like, give me something else. What other tricks you got here, fellas? Every ground ball, they would go like between the legs or like behind the back to the first base. And I'm like, it's cool the first time you see it. And then by the fifth time, you're like, I get it. I understand now that let's just play baseball. We could just go. You don't have to do this now. We've seen enough. I wanted it honestly like a Globetrotters game. You know, like the Globetrotters do their shtick, and then there's some time where they're just playing basketball, and then they do some more shtick, and then they're just playing basketball. Like that's what I thought this was going to be more like, but it is just all shtick. It's nonstop. The kids love it. Maybe I'm
yeah, that's the goal. I mean, also I discovered that the next morning, my God, everybody that I know in the greater tri-state area, some of them even not, was at that damn game. Holy crap, my social media feed was just people that I didn't even knew that have never posted about baseball in their life in any way, shape, or form, didn't know that they knew what baseball was at that damn game. Like, Jesus Christ, they have marketed and done a very good job with what they have. Now, like what you said, though, it feels like that it's just, like a one and done type thing for the most part. Like you get your money, but I mean, once you've seen it, what else is there they can't kind of run that gimmick back, I feel like, right?
Yeah, I feel like the only reason why I would go back is to potentially see what other like old time Reds they bring out. Like that was probably the coolest part was when they cut to the dugout, so you know they're bringing out like a special guest to bat, and they're like, now batting for the Savannah Bananas, and you hear "Fly Me to the Moon" start playing, and everybody knew it was Frazier immediately, so the crowd went crazy. That moment was awesome. Same thing when Bronson popped up and was singing, everybody kind of lost their minds. So I would probably go back just to see who else they can get, because me and my buddy were talking about it in the stands. We were like, who are they going to bring out? Like, what if they brought out Votto? What if Votto showed up? Or like, we were like, do you think Bronson? We were like, definitely Bronson. Bronson's going to be here.
Well, I mean, you're saying all this, but Gabe clearly has the best question of the night on this. Where was Pete Rose? That's the legend that everybody wanted to see. Where was Pete? He couldn't make it. He's held up.
A lot of his demographic in the crowd. He was
now that is shocking. That is shocking. Like,
no. A lot of what Pete likes was in the crowd. He would have been Pete would have been a big fan of being there.
Oh, it got dark. Yikes. Oh.
Not Pete fans, not Pete fan demographic.
I got you. His demo, his unwillingly targeted demo. Yikes! Woo!
Just saying, he would have loved it there. He was in.
Well, no doubt though. The funniest part is if he was alive, you know that he would have tried. Like, I wouldn't have been shocked to see him there, and I mean, he would have. God, he would have loved to be in that moment. Oh my God.
There is no doubt about it that if he was alive, they would have brought him out and he would have eaten it up. And
yes,
God, I'm so glad he wasn't there. I'm so glad he's dead.
I mean, the man wore a rooster costume for WWE at multiple WrestleManias. We know he'll be out for Banana Ball. Like, God, he'd have cashed that check the moment of.
Yeah, for sure. Sarah said 2 hours of music during the game. If you go beforehand, there are antics hours before the game starts and for at least an hour afterwards. That is true. We were waiting in the merch line, so we missed some of the antics before the game. However, I did see a guy from the Bananas chuck a banana from the very last row in the stadium all the way onto the field, and some dude in oversized clown pants caught it in his pants. So that was a crazy thing to happen on a baseball field. The throw right before that, though, he hit the net and the banana just shattered and like sprayed banana all over everybody below, which also Tyson said, I saw his icon. His icon is
that's amazing.
Play on the "Don't Tread on Me," but it's a penis and it says "Don't suck on me." He said Ken Griffey Jr. was too busy being a piece of shit to be there.
Boo!
Why the hate for Jr.? Thank you, Scott.
That was uncalled for. Besides, Griffey was probably somewhere photographing the shit out of something. You take back those words. How dare you, Tyson?
I thought of that. I got to be honest. That was one of the things I thought they were going to do was like they had there's press there and there's people taking pictures. And I thought for sure they were going to be like, we're going to let one of these photographers get an at bat. And then it was going to be Griffey and everybody was going to lose their mind.
That'd have been dope. That
would have been really dope. Can't afford Griffey. Bananas can't afford Griffey. They got Sean Casey and Danny Graves. They can't afford Ken Griffey Jr.
They got Griffey. I don't know. That doesn't seem like something that Griffey would want to do though, too. Like I'm not saying that the others are like it was just it doesn't necessarily fit Griffey's personality.
You got to be the right level of celebrity for that. Like when it comes to actors and whatever, like I know John Cena's done stuff with the Bananas and Ham from The Sandlot he showed up at their game in Los Angeles. But I feel like the players are a certain level. Like you can't be super popular.
They're fan favorite guys that didn't quite make it to that superstar level. Superstar maybe in their own town, definitely famous in their own town, but not Hall of Fame level.
It's Scooter Jeanette type guys that come out.
In fact, I mean, there's a name they couldn't dig up. Scooter. What's Scooter doing? Shit, that would have got the crowd fired up too.
He should have had Scooter bat and then run the bases on a scooter, because that's something the Bananas would have done. Like that.
Yes.
Listen, come on, Bananas, hit me up. I got you.
Missed
I got
opportunity there.
I got all the ideas there for you. Biscuit said, getting bored watching someone do a backflip catch is like getting bored after your fifth handy by the girl who wants to wait for marriage. It's still entertaining. Sit back and enjoy.
I mean, when you put it that way, it is elitist for first world problems. But whatever, I get it. I understand.
I guess I just thought it was going to be more than just the backflips. Like, what other things can we do here, fellas? But everybody's in on the backflips. They're good. Don't get me wrong. The one dude did it barehanded. That was really impressive. But like, what else? What else you got? Like, come on, clown, entertain me. Like, do something here. Before we talk more baseball, Scott, another summer tradition. It's official. Joey Chestnut's back. He is back in the eating contest. Did you see that news come through this week?
I did. The people's champ. Like I got an alert push on my phone. That's how it's big. That's how you know it's big. But also, like we talked about, Nathan's caved, man. 1 year, and they were like, wow, nobody watched this piece of shit otherwise. Like, turns out he is the show, and he absolutely was the fucking show. And don't you ever try to do anything stupid like that again, Nathan's. Gonna strong arm your position and think that anybody actually cares to watch this grotesque event. It's only because this dude reached a status that nobody else has, and nobody else will, clearly. So when Joey's done, they might as well just stop it. Like, it might just end it, because there's no way that anybody's going to achieve this status and stardom like anytime soon. There's clearly nobody in the pipeline.
Scott, I just looked up the odds for this year's hot dog eating contest.
They probably stopped taking bets.
Do you care to venture a guess as to Joey Chestnut's odds to win? Because it's Joey Chestnut. He is the odds-on favorite. But I want to see if you can guess how much of a favorite he is. So let's put it this way. Let's do this. Oklahoma City was like, people thought for sure they're beating the Pacers. They were minus 750 odds. So you would have to bet like $750 to win 100. Like it's crazy odds, right? So that's like wild odds. Minus 750. What are Joey Chestnut's odds to win the hot dog eating competition?
1,000 to 1.
Oh, if only.
That's higher.
He's minus 2,500 right now.
I love that, but this is beyond Jordan level.
The next best odds to win are Patrick Bertoletti, and he's at plus 950. Like, they have no faith. They saw it last year. They saw what happened without Joey last year, and they're like, yeah, he's got him by 20 plus. It's Joey.
Yeah, they're not getting, folks aren't getting an easy payday off of Vegas on this one. I like that though. Like, it's the king is returning to his throne and everything, order is restored. I actually think it would be funny if Joey, after this one, retired. Was like, you know what? F y'all. That would be hilarious. Like, you realized you needed me. I'm back. And oh, by the way, I'm out.
Tyson is correct. We do need a competitive eating drop because we do talk about it quite a bit.
Yeah, we do.
Sarah said, Mike, I think maybe you're black because you have leucism, a rare condition where some pattern color remains. It's different from albinism where the coloration pigmentation is absent. Fun fact number 1. So there you go. That's
I'm pretty sure we established that Mike was black forever ago. That's, I mean, you know, the plight of the redhead and whatnot. Like, he's in the tribe. Like,
I've been accepted.
We're good.
I'm part of the group.
Yeah.
Like, we're fine.
There's no invite to the picnic. He's just there at the picnic.
I'm inviting people to the cookout.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not giving anybody cookout invitations, Scott.
Gabe.
Yes, Gabe asking who eats more wieners, Bonnie Blue or Joey.
Well,
that's what Netflix should have put on last year. Not that Joey versus Kobayashi. It should have been, all right, Bonnie Blue's got these wieners, Joey's got these wieners. Let's who finishes the plate first.
does she have to dunk the buns in water before she eats them too?
Oh, shit. I got you. Panthers won, Oilers nothing. And generally,
not looking good for Canada.
Generally, the team that in the series that scores first ends up winning. With the exception of the game where the Panthers blew the 3-0 lead. That's the only game in the series that the team who scored first didn't end up winning. Something to look forward to tonight here, I guess. All right, let's talk college World Series, Scott, because the Jell-O contest, Jell-O Shot challenge that they have at the College World Series every year is underway. And if you don't know what this is, basically all the teams that come in, they go to this specific pizza place, $5 for a Jell-O shot. They keep track of who has had more Jell-O shots. All of the proceeds go to food banks in those cities of the teams, as well as in Omaha. So it's this big tradition, and everybody comes in and they try to be the team that wins the contest and gets the most number of Jell-O shots. It's not even close this year, Scott. It's insane what has happened in the Jell-O Shot Challenge this year. So Coastal Carolina is currently in 4th place with 4,611 Jell-O shots purchased and consumed. Arkansas is in 3rd with 6,801. Murray State, strong showing from the mid-major. 2nd place, 7,421 Jell-O shots.
Good for them.
Nobody's even close to LSU, man. Not even close, because LSU is in the lead with a total shot count right now of 18,039 shots.
Jesus, they are luscious.
How is that possible? How is that even possible? Like, that's insane. Although, didn't we do a story last year, Scott, where somebody was buying shots and shipping them?
I was just going to say, like, this was the thing with LSU is that they want to win this so badly and stay relevant regardless of their participation in said event, that they're obviously buying these in bulk and having outside influence. I mean, it's fine. It's all going to a good cause and all that and whatnot. But, I mean, that number is so disingenuous compared to the other numbers. Like, there should be some way to kind of tabulate it on, like, based on who's there. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's so hard because you can't say, well, people were handing out shots, but just to get the numbers to seem more normalized, because obviously there's no way there's that many people or that many shots being purchased.
They showed that Livy and Paul Skeens showed up to the bar this week, and they were participating in the Jell-O Shot Challenge as well.
Well, I mean, like, that's the reason, like, I'm not even an LSU guy. But if I'm like, oh, there's Paul Skeens in the Big-Ten. Yeah, LSU, yeah, go Tigers! And I'm like, I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to be a part of that. And like,
well, I feel like
the numbers are skewed like fuck.
I feel like that's one of those situations where Skeens is like, you know what? I'm buying one for everybody. Put it on LSU. Like, even if you're not an LSU fan sitting there, you end up with one that LSU gets counted for. It's some bullshit, man. It's some bullshit. But there has been some good baseball in this World Series so far, Scott. Did you see the dude throw a no-hitter yesterday?
I did. That's, I mean, wild, because that's the first time in what, like 60-some years that's happened?
Something like that, yeah.
So, I mean, not something that you see at the College World Series every day. And, I mean, to do it in that atmosphere under that type of pressure.
In an elimination game, too. Like, this is a game that you lose.
That's what I'm saying. Like, lose or go home, man.
Perfect. He almost had a perfect game. He hit one
batter. He hit a guy.
Crazy to me.
Well, and he had only pitched 28 innings coming into this game. 28 innings on the whole season. He went all full 9. Like, the odds are beyond crazy for all that.
That's absolutely crazy for Gage Wood to do that. But when he did that, there is a barbecue joint in Arkansas that tweeted out immediately afterwards, Gage Wood will never pay for brisket again. So he is now an Arkansas legend. He got the near perfect game and brisket forever. Scott, if you were a college pitcher and you were about to pitch a no-hitter in the College World Series, and any brand, any company, you get to pick who's going to offer you a free something for life. Who are you wanting to give you free whatever for life?
Oh my God, that's so much pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
There's so many things that I could think of that I want for free for the rest of my life.
Don't give me hold on. Don't give me your old man answer of like, oh, I want a mortgage company to sponsor that. No, don't give me the old man bullshit. You're a college pitcher.
Well, okay, fair enough. Okay, as a college pitcher, I was still gonna say I'd want it to be like Rolex. It'd be like you get Rolexes for the rest of your life because your boy is over here hawking them shits. Like every time they give me one, I'm making bank. Like that sounds like a pretty sweet deal. But are we going for the boring one, like just food? Just like a food sponsorship? Like, I mean, whatever. Pick a non-shitty pizza joint. Like, I'll take free pizza for the rest of my life. Can they also give it like can I get it with the pizza? Okay, here. So with the pizza sponsorship, I need Pepto to come through with the sponsorship for lifetime Pepto, and Tums to also come through with a lifetime supply, so that while I'm eating all this pizza as I get older and it's been needed, I can also cure the heartburn that comes along with it. How about that? There's your super old man answer, motherfucker. You don't want an old man answer about mortgage. You got a real old man answer with this one. I bet that backfired on your ass. See, we don't need Mookie.
When this stuff happens, do you think anybody actually takes advantage of this? Like, picture 50 years from now. Is Gage Wood still going into that barbecue place like every day, like, give me my brisket, motherfuckers? Or is it at some point they're like, hey, man, that was like 20 years ago. You're going to have to start paying for brisket again. Like, when does...
I mean, if it's not like a long-standing chain restaurant, I mean, I'd wonder if they're even gonna be there in 50 years. Like, it's easy for a place like that. Like, does it have 50 years on the books yet? Then I don't have much confidence. So I'm there like every day. Like, if you're offering me free brisket for life, I'm there every day. I'm just here to get my daily dose of brisket. And is there a limit? Did they set a limit on the brisket amount? Because I'm stacking it up for the homies too. Like, hey, you want some brisket? I got brisket for you.
It's very it's very kind of ambiguous here.
It's vague. Oh, they done fucked up with your boy.
Never pay for brisket again. Like, that's what the tweet is.
And if it's one of those places that makes, hey, we've only got X amount for the day, I'm coming in. You don't have brisket today, take it off the menu. Your boy's not paying for it. I'm here for my free brisket. Remember that no-hitter? Yeah, we remember. You've been in here every day for the past 20 years. I don't want you to forget. I don't have to pay for brisket. Like, they would take brisket off the menu. Actually, that's probably what would happen. They'd be like, we're no longer serving brisket. We're out of the contract, you son of a bitch. We didn't offer you free shit else.
The barbecue joint is like, they just changed their name to No Brisket. Like, they're going in like, listen, there ain't no brisket here. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm ruining this for every other would-be brisket winner. That's for sure.
I kind of want to know when this eventually breaks down. They tweeted out, so they were founded in 2016, Scott. So to your point,
yeah, see,
a bit, but
they haven't even been around 50 years. So it's like, oh, well, I mean, you're throwing that out there. Like I said, then, okay, fine. I'm going to make sure I get my worth. Like, they're going to wish that they never come to this agreement. And Tyson, you're absolutely right. Scott's the kind of guy who would try to exploit a loophole and try to get more wishes from a genie. You are absolutely correct. If you aren't looking for all the loopholes, then you're doing it wrong.
Look, I normally try to come in as like the voice of like,
Oh no, gee willikers, man, you should really do it.
No, you're right, man. Like, screw this whole system, screw this whole like every loophole you can, man. Exploit everything. Damn the man, down with the billionaires. Take everything. Just
Yes,
do what you can. I'm over it now. That's gonna be the lessons I teach my kids. Not like be kind. Stand up for people. No,
those are the lessons you're going to teach your kids now. Might have been indoctrinated since day one. Hey, look out for number one. Don't step in number two. Ain't nobody worried about you. Get yours, baby. Get yours. What's ever left over, sure, share it.
Please tell me that you were the one that came up with that saying, because when I put this on a shirt, I don't want to get sued. So please tell me this is like a Scott Kaiser specialty.
The look out for number one. Don't step. No, I wish. I mean, that's one of those old. You never like. I feel like I've heard that from. Oh yeah, I've heard that from like an old head. Like somebody's dad in my lifetime said that, and I'm like, I'm taking that one from me. That's mine now.
Well, you know what? In the true spirit of that whole thing, we're still putting it on the shirt.
I was gonna say, I was like, how's that stop us? Guess what? They didn't. Speaking of loopholes, they didn't coin the phrase, baby. Too late. They fucked up.
That's going to be up on the merch store here within the next couple of days. As soon as I get a chance to do that, look out for number one. Don't step in number two. Gold. I love it, man. Scott, what do we feel about this dead ball theory? There's reports that the ball is not flying like it used to. Somebody hit, I think it was in Boston. Somebody hit a shot. No, it was the Mets. Juan Soto hit one that was a sure thing home run that fell about 4 feet short. And the announcer commented on the broadcast and said, there is no way that these balls aren't dead. And Andrew McCutchen tweeted that clip, and said, you're absolutely right. There's something going on with the balls. I asked a rep about it. They said that the stitches are a little bit higher this year. Like there's more of a stitch, which is causing more drag on the ball. And he was like, well, what can we do about it? And they said, nothing this year. Every ball's hand stitched, so everyone has a little bit different. Some of them, they're not going to fly as far because they got more drag to them. There's nothing we can do about it this year, maybe next year. The MLB has come out and said there's an issue with the drag on the ball. So where are we at with this guy? Like, how can there be nothing done about this when we're seeing balls just drop 4 feet short when they should be no doubters?
I just love that it's classic. This is such a classic baseball problem, that the entity of the sport, the namesake of the sport, is not like universally mass produced. It's like, oh, it's baseball. We're here for the human element. We're here for the hand stitch, handcrafted balls. That all sounds good, right? Except for when this type of shit happens. And now it's like, oh, well, we've got this giant batch of balls that were hand stitched and they're all kind of fucked up. So we're just going to have to deal with the fact that they're not going to travel as far this year. And we'll try again next year, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It seems like such a weird problem to have, right? Can you imagine in hockey them talking about, well, the puck's just different this year. We're using a juice puck, like, or the basketball was slightly bigger. I mean, it's so baseball, dude. In the NFL, they investigate for balls not being inflated to the proper amount. In baseball, they're like, what are you gonna do? They stitched them that way. We gotta use them. It is what it is. We got this whole warehouse full of them. What are we gonna do? Just not use them? Fuck them. Numbers just gonna be down this year. Try again next year, I guess. But watch. There'll be a special batch of balls that comes out for the All-Star game. I bet the All-Star game balls will be fucking flying. We've got this big ass.
No seams on it. It's the first ever seamless ball, and it's just flying out of the stadium.
Like, yeah, we're not gonna use these poorly stitched or more drag baseballs for the home run derby. No. Like, they'll get their best hand stitchers on those, but for this year, we got a backlog of supplies. We're just gonna have to use them until we lose them. Nothing can be done about it, folks. Sorry. Like I said, it's so baseball. I believe it, and I don't know what else to say about it other than that's baseball, Susan.
Fucking Susan. She does. By the way, Whitey said airlines used to offer a lifetime airfare ticket for $100,000, and there was a dude that flew across the country almost every day for lunch. The airline when they tried to weasel out.
Hell yes. That's my man. Hey, like you find every single, you read every single fine print word and make sure that you're not, and then when they try to take it away, you bitch and scream like hell. Like, fuck
like
that shit.
It's like the dude that tried to redeem his Pepsi points for a fighter jet because the commercial said you could get a fighter jet, and he saved up enough points and was like, I want my fighter jet. And they were like, no, we can't do that. And he's like, I'm suing, and sued him. I don't know how that ever. I started that documentary and then I fell asleep. I don't.
It is the Homer Simpson all you can eat shrimp episode. Like, don't tell me it's all you can eat if there's a limit.
Oh shit. All right, Scott, we got to do, let me find the music and everything for this because we got ourselves a little bit of a conspiracy theory to talk about today. Red Sox shocked the baseball world by trading Rafael Devers for really not a lot. Like, this is a dude who's an all-star. He's hitting the ball really well this year, and they traded him and didn't get a ton back in return. It seemed like it was a salary dump. Now, there's a history this year. Devers and the team not getting along. He was at third base, bringing a new third baseman. So they say, hey, you're going to DH now. So then he's ready to DH, and then the first baseman gets hurt, and they go, hey, we need you to play first. And he's like, nah, you told me I'm DHing this year, so that's what I'm going to do. So this does seem like it's a move to just, they're not going to reconcile. We got to ship them out. But there are some people who are connecting other dots because Fenway Sports Group, who owns the Red Sox, also owns the EPL team Liverpool. And they recently agreed to sign a player, to transfer in some player in the craziest, most expensive transfer dollar valuation that the EPL's seen. It's $150 million that they're paying this singular player. So everybody was asking when they did that, how is Liverpool going to afford this dude? How are they going to be able to pay for this? And then they get rid of this huge contract with Devers. So, Scott, is there anything to the conspiracy theory that Devers getting traded to the Giants was just to free up money for the owners to continue with this Liverpool transfer?
It's baseball, so of course there's some truth to this. Like, I mean, the way that Boston handled this whole situation was odd, and I look. Usually, I wouldn't necessarily subscribe to this, but they just signed that deal last year. A year later, they're like, "Oh God, this is a big mistake." Like, buyer's remorse. I get it. I totally understand. But man, a year after, and he was doing he's having one of his best seasons of his career. I don't know, man.
He turned it around.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he turned it around. And I know that there was all the nonsense, and I get it. Like, if you're Boston and you're really I think that there's a little bit more to the whole thing, and that just, some of the stuff that was going on in the locker room, and they've got this young core that they're trying to build up around him so that they may have not wanted this bad influence as far as a locker room presence, and a guy who's openly saying nah, I'm not going to do this for the team. I kind of get it, but the timing and the everything that surrounds the whole movement for the soccer thing, it looks mighty fucking suspicious, man. Let's just say this. If I was a Red Sox fan, full on QAnon on this one, I would be livid. I'd be pissed.
We're storming the Green Monster.
Dude, I'm so mad if I'm like, and I saw people on social media, folks posting that they had just gotten Rafael Devers jerseys for Father's Day. Oh man, dude. Oh, I feel for those people, dude. That, like, seriously, like, unless you're that rare like fan of both somehow, like if you're somehow a fan of both of these teams, you'd be like, well, one for the other. But man, if you're just a Red Sox fan, you give no fucks about the whole soccer aspect of it. Like, it seems pretty strange, and I'd be hard pressed not to think, with the way Boston has operated too over the last 6 to 7 years, that it's just the timing is extremely suspect at best.
I'm full into this theory. I think for sure they are, because look, the Sox are a very valuable organization. Like, you can make a ton of money for the Red Sox. It is nothing compared to the money you make as an EPL owner. Like, owning a soccer franchise in Europe in the Premier League, especially one that just won the Premier League title, like, you have so much more opportunity for money in the soccer world than you do owning a baseball team. So yeah, shed some of the weight on the baseball side so that you can afford more on the soccer side. I get it. I 100% get it. Plus it's helping Caesar's squad out. So I'm okay with it too. Racists in Boston are sad and Liverpool fans are happy. I'm okay with that. I'm not terribly mad about that.
Oh, I mean, I definitely am not suggesting that I feel sorry for the people of Boston. Look, but in general, like, yeah, like, they definitely, like, they've gotten their titles and all that shit. They've had their success. They dealt with all those decades of curses and woes me and all that bullshit. And then when all those titles within a span of, 12 to 15 years, nobody's losing any sleep for them. But yeah, I mean, they have a right to be upset. They have a right to be upset. They also have a right to kiss my ass. So
that's a good jumping off point on that one. Let's go ahead and talk some hockey.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
It's probably coming back to Florida tonight, Scott.
God, man, it's such a bummer. Like, the first time I'm openly rooting for Canada, man, and anywhere but Florida. Oh God, fuck, Jesus, man, it's unfortunate.
They're up 1-0 right now. Still,
yeah.
It hurts.
I'm sorry,
man.
Canada. We still love you.
Yeah, this is, but dude, apparently these teams don't love each other. Like, I know this series has been chippy and there was all kinds of penalty minutes, but reports are that this is some of the most vicious smack talk in the history of the Stanley Cup Finals. One person close to the game said that it is, quote, pure verbal hate. Which sounds amazing, because hockey chirps are normally pretty good anyways, but apparently, like, they're going all in on this one. They're calling people out for everything. So Scott, these two teams, like, really apparently don't like each other. They really hate each other.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you want in the final, right? Like, I mean, you want the teams to dislike each other, and in this case, I mean, the soul of the world is up for grabs here. Like, unfortunately, Canada's falling short, which is very unfortunate, and the primeval hell known as Florida is winning. So in this case, it's not the outcome we wanted. Probably the outcome Americans deserve, I can tell you that. But it's such a bummer that, like, Canada couldn't get it done. I just hope that I hope that they're winning the smack talk game, right? Like, I hope that if Canada's going down, they're going down verbally, like, whooping their asses.
Yeah. I don't know if they are, though. It doesn't seem.
I don't know, man. I doubt it. I'm grasping at straws. Like, Canada, I am trying to throw you a bone here. Like, I've wanted you guys to win something so badly, and yet you're falling so short, man.
Tyson said that crying McDavid is the new crying Jordan. And Dave said more like the crying Kobe. And there you go, Matt Barr, for you, crying Kobe.
Yeah.
One of the greatest AI created images.
It really is.
Scott, I got to ask the question. As much, we've got feelings about Florida right now and what they stand for and who they stand with. They're probably like one of the greatest hockey teams ever, right? Like at this point now, this run has to be considered one of the greatest runs we've seen in hockey. 3 consecutive Stanley Cup trips, potentially back-to-back cups. And if they can figure out a way to keep Sam Bennett, there's no saying that they won't be back next year too. Like, do we need one more year from them, or is this like Warriors type dynasty level for you?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it elevates to that, right? Like, this is such a hard thing to do at any sport, but I feel like in hockey, doing all of what they've done over the past few years, like, you got to give it to them. Especially, it especially sucks because it's a team too that most of our lifetime was completely irrelevant. Like, Florida was just horrific at hockey for all the way up until like seemingly this point. And kind of out of nowhere built this thing overnight, seemingly. So, yeah, it sucks, but you got to give them their props for what they've done. Because, I mean, we're sitting there talking about Florida. Remember, we were talking about Tampa Bay in, like, the same kind of light, right? Like, Tampa Bay was running shit with being in all their finals runs. So, I don't know. Maybe it's something in the water down there in fucking Florida with hockey. Like, death to hot weather hockey cities, but shit, Florida knows what they're doing, I guess.
They clearly do. And it was Tampa Bay was the top on in the East, and then Florida broke down their roster, traded away players that you wouldn't think they would trade away. They got a whole new core in there, different style of play, and now 3 straight Stanley Cup finals, and they've surpassed Toronto. Everybody. They've taken over the sport. It's crazy. To your point, I was going to mention that Tampa Bay had the torch before them. Yeah. Florida is the epicenter of hockey, man. Like,
God, that sounds so shitty. I'm sorry, Canada. I'm so sorry. That abortion of a state is the epicenter of hockey. Oh man, that's rough.
Abortion. How mad are fans in Canada, Scott? Like, obviously they're crushed because the streak continues if Florida closes this one out tonight. But how mad are they that it's just like Florida? I feel like they would have been able to like stomach a little better if it was Carolina. They'd be like, all right, it sucks, but it's at least it's not Florida. Like, that's gotta suck, man.
Yeah, I mean, they could have lost to one of these sanctuary cities, but instead they lose to the fucking state of Florida again. Ugh. Like, it's rough on like so many fronts, right? Like, you're just like, man, the political climate, it sucks. It would suck to lose this many to Florida, just even if things weren't shitty. Because again, a warm weather place. Like, I will die on that hill. Like, Canada invented hockey, and like it means more in these cold weather places. It originates there. It can be played outdoors there. That's what they live and breathe. And to just have this place down in Florida that's just running shit, it's like, it's unnatural. I mean, it'd be like if there was this dominant football team in Canada, just a football team that just kept winning Super Bowl championships. You'd be like, what the fuck, man?
Oh man, yeah, that would not be fun. Also, it's 2-0 now.
Oh, woof.
Fuck, it's going down. Matt Barr said they tried to get rid of Florida at 4 weeks, but Ron Sarah's saying it's meth in the water. That's why Florida.
That would excite us. Or you'll be great. I actually said something recently about that. I'm like, whatever happened to bath salts? Bath salts were exciting there for a little while in Florida. Bring back the bath salts.
It was always fun to turn on, like, see a news story of just like some naked dude biting on somebody's arm on a highway in Florida. It was
For
like
an entire 8-month stretch, every day in Florida, there was somebody on bath salts running ass naked in traffic, or like they had the zombie thing, folks just out here just eating. Oh my god, dude, that was peak Florida content. Was
That
bath
was-
salts, dude.
that was the best. Yeah, you're right. We need to bring back bath salts. Let's get that shit back up. Oh no.
Oh god, Gabe, come on,
Gabe.
man.
Gabe with the sip, chug, drain, pour. We'll get to that in 1 second here because Biscuits head back for the warm weather rant and then point out crocodile. That was the other drug. So
Yeah.
Gabe has the sip, chug, drain, pour here. Bath salts, Tide Pods, and meth. Sip, chug, drain, pour.
Well, I've never tried any of them. So there's that for starters. There's your disclaimer that I'm just totally I feel like I'm drain pouring Tide Pods because they killed the most people. And
You sure about that?
there have been people that have lived to tell the tale on meth and bath salts. Not for long, but lived to tell the tale. So I'm drain pouring Tide Pods, or I'm probably just throwing the Tide Pods in my laundry, right? Like I'm not gonna waste good Tide Pods. So I'm throwing the Tide Pods in with my laundry. Those shits are expensive, so those in the laundry. I'm chugging bath salts because that seems like that's how you got to do bath salts, right? Like really fast, and then everything becomes really fast. And this is crazy to think. This is wild, crazy work to just be saying, admitting on a show that in this event, like I'm sipping meth. I feel like that there's no right answer here, but I'm sipping meth, chugging bath salts, and throwing Tide Pods in my laundry. I gotta respect the game, though, right?
You got to respect the game. I'm with you. I am drain pouring Tide Pods as well, just because. And this is gonna sound bad, but like the kids weren't getting high off the Tide Pods; they were just eating them.
dying.
So it like if I got to pick one, I want one of these that's gonna make me feel good. So Tide Pods are out automatically because the other two clearly elevate you in several ways. So Tide Pods, you're out. Drain pouring that. I'm gonna chug meth because I feel like meth is if you're sipping it and you're on
sipping meth is probably no good.
You're gonna be
the long-term effects of meth are way worse. You're ready just going hard and heavy with meth. That's a good point. I retract. I'm changing it. You're right. Yep, chug meth. Sip bath salts.
I live in Norwood. I've seen the people that have been on meth for a while and walking around the streets, and it ain't pretty, man. Then I'm gonna sip bath salts because we're here for a good time, not a long time. Like with bath salts, that's how that one's gonna be. It's gonna be, I'm committed to you for the rest of this. The rest of this ain't gonna be much longer. We're gonna be naked on the highway. We're gonna have a hell of a story to tell. Like that's.
Or we're gonna be shot dead, so no story to tell. Either way.
That's a tough sip, check, drain, pour, man. I think we did well.
God, it's the ones that make you think.
Sarah said she's voting fuck the Tide Pods. I get over it quickly. Sudsy demise. Sip bath salts. Let's get interesting. Drain, pour, meth. I'll pass on the meth mouth and face lesion.
I mean,
it's a good take. It's a good take.
Again, there's no wrong answer.
Not everybody died that ate a Tide Pod. Like not everybody. Maybe you're one of the lucky ones.
That's a good point.
I
got a pretty good odds as well.
Like I made it.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Golly.
Biscuit saying he would chug a Tide Pod. I've had detergent before. Oh, god damn, bro. Sip a bath salt because I think I can handle a little crazy. And pour drain meth because house goes boom when you make it. Normally the trailer goes boom when you make it, Biscuit, not the house. Your trailer out back blows up. Good Stanley Cup talk, Scott. We killed that one.
We nailed it. Get your Stanley Cup full of your drug of choice over here. Tide Pods, meth, or bath salts.
I ran into after going to a soccer game on Sunday, and they saw the boys were wearing their Bananas hats, and they were like, "Oh, did you guys go to the Savannah Bananas?" And Jude was like, "Yeah, it was awesome." And we saw Bronson Arroyo. They were like, "Oh yeah, Bronson Arroyo, I saw that." And Jude was like, "Bronson Arroyo has been in our house. My dad interviewed him for his podcast." And they're like, "Oh, you got a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm trying, I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah, Craft Brewed Sports, it's pretty cool. They're like, "Oh, you guys are famous. You have Bronson Arroyo." No, not really. We're growing. We're doing some things, making some numbers. It's a good time. We've been doing it for like 10 years. It's a lot of fun. You should check it out. The guy pulls up his Spotify. Oh, Belly Up Media. I'm like, that's it. He's hit subscribe. He's like, "I can't wait to listen." I was like, "Hell yeah, man." This is probably the first show he's listening to. And we're talking about bath salts, meth, and Tide Pods.
I'm guessing that unsubscribe button already been highlighted. He's like, "Oh God, that's a choice. I got to stop adding things that people say to me on the streets, especially local podcasts. Unsubscribe."
What do you guys talk about on the show? It's sports and beer, bath salts, meth, Tide Pods.
Which ones we would do over the others? I feel like we're getting to the bottom of what the people want to know, though. There's that. Like, gun to head. Like, some of you find yourself in a position where you have to make the choice. Well, where are you going to go?
God damn it. God damn it.
Love you, Mookie.
Oh, I thought I was safe from it tonight. I didn't think I had to worry.
See, but Mr. Mookie, because I got it in their covert. Like, Mookie, take notes. That's how you do it. You don't telegraph it from a mile away. What do you think Mookie's doing? Do you think he's chucking bath salts?
Mookie is
like right now. I don't even mean like in the game scenario. I mean like right now.
Anything to shake this cold. Bath salts, sure. Poor kid is ragged right now.
Summertime colds be the worst.
Oh, they are awful. Bar said Sarah's right about meth mouth. Sip the bath salts, chug the Tide Pod strain, pour meth. Tyson pointing out you do get that superhuman meth strength.
Yeah.
Wow. But
bath salts did the same thing, right? Like, didn't bath salts give the crazy sense of euphoria? I mean, you're running down the highway butt ass naked. You better be on some euphoria.
And Sarah, you damn straight. Get on board with this or get out. That's the way I'm with you on that one. This is what we are. This is what we do. All right, let's get into some in-depth coverage of the NBA Finals and talk some basketball. Boom shakalaka! Stephen A. Smith was playing solitaire in the middle of the game.
I like how this story came about. Like the way that this story was told to the world was my favorite, because Kevin Durant, I believe, is the one who shared this with the world. Like, shared the photo of Stephen A. Smith getting caught playing solitaire during the finals. And I like how he's just casually playing solitaire. Like, what is this, 1992? He doesn't have any games better on his phone than solitaire in the year 2025. Come on, Stephen A. I can't even remember the last time I played solitaire, but the last time I played solitaire with any vigor or excitement was when it was the, only option on the computer. It's like, oh, look at it, can play solitaire. I remember how hyped you were that you could play this game when you was at computer class. It's like, oh, look, I'm playing solitaire. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. My man is sitting at the NBA Finals playing solitaire in 2025. That's crazy, man. Of all the games to get caught playing.
Bro, he's chasing that. Listen, when you were a kid, right, and you had that Windows 95 machine at the house, you won the solitaire game, and all the cards covered the screen. Yeah. Greater feeling. That was the best. And I would sit there. When I won, I would just sit there and watch it just fill the whole damn thing up. I'm like, I'm watching. I'm not clicking through. I'm appreciating every single card that falls and bounces along the screen. Stephen A's chasing that dragon, man. That's why he plays solitaire still. Nothing compares to that first hit of solitaire win. You got to do that. That's it. He chose meth. All right. Stephen A, he went with meth. He sipped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's sipping solitaire at the finals. Like that's crazy, man. Like for a sport that I know there's 7 games too. So I guess like middle of the series things, it's like, all right, this ain't a deciding game. Like I get it, you know. But if I'm gonna get caught, like if I'm going down on something like this, folks aren't going to catch me playing solitaire. Like they're more likely to be like, oh, hey, Scott Kaiser was watching porn during the middle of the finals. Like that's much more likely to be the case than busted playing solitaire like some 80-year-old man in here 2025. They'd be like, what? Look at him. Look at what he's watching. Like, oh shit. He's on the Pogs category, middle of the fourth quarter. Like he wasn't watching the game. It is what it is. Like, you got to go down getting something better than solitaire is all I'm saying. I get being bored. I get your attention being diverted. But we got to do better than solitaire in 2025, Stephen A.
You called out the category.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's the type we're doing. Like, because when you see the picture, right? Like, if you just glanced at that picture at first, like, I remember when I saw the photo, I don't think there was any context, and I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, Stephen A's just on his phone, right? I'm not really paying attention. And then you look at the phone, and you see, oh, wow, there's solitaire on that phone. Like, that's what it'd be like. It'd be like, oh, look, Scott's not paying attention to the game. Oh, shit, he's watching porn. What? Oh, wow. Oh, and he's watching Pogs. Like, okay, all right. Like, you don't want that extra bit of information. Like, what's going to divert your attention? And it's like solitaire. That's a weird thing to divert your attention during the finals in 2025. That's all.
Solitaire doesn't crack the top 5 in phone games, right? Like it's not even.
No, God, no. I don't even know that I have solitaire. Sarah asking a good question though, because I always changed it. Hope you picked a good card design. Which card design did you go with? There's one right answer here.
I always went beach. I went with the beach.
There it is, the beach scene. Yeah. The beach scene is the answer. No doubt, my man. There was one choice. That's it. It was the beach. Thank you.
I used to get so mad when I would get on the computer and somebody changed it. And I'm like, no, this is we're a beach house. This is a beach house.
Why would you change it? Why would you change it? The beach was the perfect deck. Like, I was mad that didn't actually exist. I'm like, where's this in real life? Let me give you a beach scene for my deck of cards. Thank you.
Man, oh my God, I just found the image. Of it. Hold on. We gotta pull this one up because this is great. Let me exit out of this. This is going to be, I'm going to vamp here for a second. I'm going to try to vamp and while I pull this image up because this is pure nostalgia, Scott. There was a close second though. I'll show it here in a second what the close second choice was. Did you have a second favorite card?
It's hard for me to remember because I was so locked in on the beach scene. Like, and I can kind of see in the preview one and I'm like, oh God, I don't. It was definitely the Castlevania one because it's Dracula. It's Dracula. Like that's no doubt that's the second choice.
So my 3 in a row. First of all, I hate that we have 2 separate of the fish with just
how dumb is that?
Bullshit. Like, give me another option. We got cheated out of a deck here. So I went beach number 1, castle number 2, robot number
3. Thank you. Yeah, that's I think that's a no-brainer on this call. Like seriously, because what is the generic design? Like, what is that even?
Yeah, that's
one of those 3D patterns that I'm staring at and some supposed to pop out. Like it looks awful. And then let's talk about the hand. The hand holding the 3 aces. Like God, who drew that fucking thing?
Why does he only have 3 aces too? Like
losing hand. Like somebody has the 4th ace. Doesn't even have the full house. Get out of here with that nonsense. And that, like, the blue or the I like how on the darker blue they threw in some seaweed. Like, totally the same.
Totally differentiating here. And we've got an extra fish on the light blue one.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even catch that.
That's the 3 fish.
Oh man, awful.
Is that a wasp's nest for the other one? The
It
final
absolutely
one?
looks like it.
Like that's not.
It looks like the top of a vanilla cone that somebody bit out of.
All right, Matt Barr saying beach castle robot.
There it
fishes,
is.
Shell design. Stupid hand.
Stupid hand.
But we got to know which fishes. Which one do you go with? Dark blue or light blue? Like you got to rank them all the way. Sarah, yes, it's a seashell. And
Absolutely,
Matt Barr,
sure.
it's a poncho. We know what it
No,
is.
we know that. Come on.
No,
It looks dumb. I love that. Getting schooled on knowing what it is. Like, come on,
if
man.
you didn't see any of the other designs and you just saw that one and you were like, dude, this is a wasp nest, you would totally believe that it's a wasp nest. You'd be like, yeah, for sure.
Somebody could easily convince you that it's not what it looks like.
We got to find out here because Gabe is throwing out games for the phone. Words with Friends, Wordle, Candy Crush. I would submit Subway Surfers up there.
Ooh, Subway Surfers.
And that's like from the new school, but like, dude, the phone game started and it all began with Snake. So that's got to be on your Mount Rushmore of phone games, the Snake. As you know, it's an ode to the classic. So let's get a Mount Rushmore here. What are our four? Snake's got to be on there. I'm giving Snake a nod. Do you go with anything that Gabe said? Words with Friends, Wordle, Candy Crush, any of those make it in your Mount Rushmore?
No, none of those. I think I played Words with Friends a little bit, but I know for a fact that I didn't play Wordle or Candy Crush. I made fun of folks for playing that. Plus, I was not really good at it. You know what? I'll go Angry Birds. Like I got down on some Angry Birds. Plus, they started doing the themes. That Star Wars Angry Birds was dope, yo. Like, I'll get caught playing some Angry Birds at the finals.
Where would you put Fruit Ninja up in there? Fruit Ninja had a moment. That was kind of ubiquitous.
Yeah, I like that. I like that too. The Subway Surfer one, I think that one's underrated. I remember getting lost on that one for a little while. Like that was a fun game.
I hate now that the only experiences I have with Subway Surfer is like on a TikTok video where half of it is somebody playing Subway Surfer and the other half is like the video they want you to watch. And I'm more interested in what's happening in Subway Surfer. And then I have to watch it. I'm like, damn, I didn't see I was too busy when the guy got the jetpack. And then I was watching that for a while. I know you don't have TikTok. You don't understand what I'm saying, but trust me, it's a thing. And
no, but I understand what you're saying with those type of videos where, like, yeah, they really want you to pay attention to something, but you're completely absorbed by the other thing. No, it makes total fucking sense. Like, I would do the same thing too, because I'm definitely one of those people that doesn't understand how kids can completely watch people playing games. Like, that doesn't compute for me. Like, it was always like, man, if I'm not playing, this is the worst thing in the world. But I do understand watching somebody good playing certain video games where you're just like, damn, that's a skill level that I aspire to. Like, look at them fucking go, man. That's amazing. And with some of those people on games like that where they're sitting there just kicking ass and you're like, damn, man, I wish I could be that good.
It's wild. All right. Whitey said so. Oh, he said, I had a coworker that used the Words with Friends chat to cheat on her husband with another coworker.
Jesus.
So Words with Friends.
Oh,
Sarah saying Farmville is popular. Farmville
never got into that.
I didn't get into it either. I would not put that on my Mount Rushmore. It deserves respect. It's a first ballot.
Yeah, no, I get it's fine. I get it. A lot of people got sucked into it.
Biscuit said Tetris. Do we count that as a phone game, or is this more in the
No, that's too much. I associate Tetris with Game Boy. It goes way too far back for me to be a phone game, unfortunately.
Agreed. I unfortunately
I mean, OG though, like time waster, if you're just talking about like handheld time waster of all time, and just like something that's just like, I mean, everybody played Tetris back when it was a thing, right? Like if you had a Game Boy or whatever, like, it was the standard cartridge for Tetris or for Game Boy. Like that was the game. But I mean, I don't know that I can put it on my, Mount Rushmore unless you're talking about like by a certain time period. Definitely not a phone game.
Yeah, I wouldn't classify it as a phone game either. Another one, and Gabe pointing out, wish they had drug wars on the phone. If you don't know,
Yeah, drug
you don't know
wars.
about drug wars. What a game! Man, I couldn't wait to get that calculator just for drug wars. That was like the whole reason I wanted a TI-83. Matt Barr said the amount of cheating I did against the Outlaws before they were Outlaws was banana land. Biscuit pointing out adultery is worth 11 on its own, 22 or 33 on a double, and bonus 50 for 7 letters in Scrabble. So
that's pretty solid.
Keep
Not good for all the games, but and Scrabble, it's a hell of a dub.
So the Pacers are probably going to lose this series, huh?
That's
what I was getting at with all this. Haliburton gets hurt, strained his calf.
Scored 0 yesterday.
Like, there's no way. First of all, if they somehow win Game 6, they're not winning Game 7 back in OKC if Haliburton's hurt. Like, unfortunately, this ruined what could have been an awesome finals, man.
Although I am gonna have to chuckle because, and I couldn't remember. So the 3-headed monster back in the day, the heyday, the original Oklahoma City with Durant and them, they came up short in the finals, right? So is this OKC team the one that's going to bring the first title back to OKC? Like, with that star-studded lineup, that big 3-headed monster that they drafted and developed and were in their prime and came up short and did not end up winning a finals. Like, this Oklahoma City team is the one that's going to bring the title back. That's crazy, because even when you factor in the big three not being there, they did have a couple of like offshoot runs where it's just like they were still good enough after they started getting rid of those guys one by one. But man, that's kind of funny that this team is going to be the one that ends that. Like, after all that, like, hey, Kevin, and Kevin Durant's whiny and petty. Like, I'd be like, hey, Kevin, remember when you were the king of OKC and you couldn't do it? How you feel about this group being the group that's doing it? You still out there chasing. Like, I saw rumors yesterday. It's like, oh, such and such is interested in Kevin Durant. I'm like, who's still interested in Kevin Durant, man? Like, that feels like a desperation play in 2025.
You know it's bad when the team who can't get a coach was like, "No, we're good. We don't need Durant. Like, we're okay."
Yeah,
that's bad. The Knicks come out and they're like, "Nah, we're not interested, Kevin. Like, see ya." But you're right, Scott. It is amazing to me that the big three of Harden, Westbrook, and Durant couldn't bring the title to OKC, but Shea, Chet Holmgren, and Alex Caruso are going to be the ones to do it. Like, that's wild.
The irony, man. I will say, though, that they're a much more Oklahoma sounding team, right? Like, you're like, that's Oklahoma City right there. Like, that other big three sounds a little bit more like an urban type flair. Like, if they won the title in New York, you'd be like, that checks out. This team, they scream Oklahoma City. That's all I'll say. They're gritty.
That's all that needs to be said right there. I am bummed. I wanted the Pacers just because
I did really want the Pacers. Yeah, I wanted Haliburton to win after being the villain.
It sucks that like they've been way more in this series than people thought they were going to be. Like, for sure, people thought this was going to be a blowout. OKC was going to. They were minus 750 odds to win. Like, everybody thought OKC was going to win. So the fact that Indiana comes out first game, gets that win, takes one on the chin, then comes right back and gets another win. Like, it was going to be a good series. And I hate when like it happens this way where a player goes down and now they're not the same team anymore. Yeah. Like, this is just such a bummer way to do it. I'd rather just see if they're going to get beat at full strength, but like to now watch this series fizzle out because one of the best players on the floor isn't going to be on the floor anymore. It's like, damn, that sucks, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, he was the villain that we were all kind of rooting for here at the end, or at least I was for the whole thing. You never want to see it happen in any type of final series where it's decided, even if they were probably not going to win. It's like you don't want their best player taken off the floor. Like, that sucks.
Definitely sucks. Tyson said, didn't OKC sign a deal to stay there today? They're not moving to Las Vegas. I don't know if that's the case or not.
Sure.
But they weren't the ones that we're worried about. We're worried about Dallas, not OKC. Dallas was the one that was selling off everybody and potentially liquidating assets so that they can go to OKC. Sarah has a couple fun facts for us. Some typos in this one, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to try to glean what she's saying here. Ancient Romans used to drop a piece of bread in their win for good luck. I don't know what in their something for good luck. Hence why we say raise a toast. So there you go, Scott. That's where that comes from. Fun fact number 4, nutmeg is a hallucinogen. It contains some chemical which can cause mind-altering effects in large doses. Excuse me, I will be right back. I need to go see if we have some nutmeg because
I did not know that about nutmeg. Like, I need to add more nutmegs to things. And I know we have nutmeg. I don't need to check. Like, because I remember looking through yesterday for something else, and I'm like, nutmeg. That's one of those things that you only use like once or twice a year, maybe. And we've got all this nutmeg, but when do we ever use this? Like, this seems like it was a purchase for something very specific.
Now you've got a use for it. Go ahead. And
now I'm going to go hallucinate.
Light that up and just have yourself a good old trip. It'll be a good time. Biscuit said goes to cabinet to get nutmeg. Okay, thank you, Matt Barr and Sarah clarifying. They would drop the bread in their wine for good luck. So raise a toast. So there you go. Some knowledge dropping in the chat. All right, let's talk a little football, Scott. We're in that weird period where we're not getting like the fun football news yet. Nobody's messed up. The only crazy thing that's really happened is Tyreek Hill was supposed to race Noah Lyles, and then Noah Lyles backed out of it. And Tyreek Hill's like, maybe I'll train for the Olympics. And he ran a 100-meter dash in some race and ran like a 10:15, something like that. So he's got some decent speed if he were actually trying. But that's about it. So I've been thinking about flag football in the Olympics, Scott, and I fear we might have another World Baseball Classic situation on our hands here, because we were under the assumption when the NFL said that the players could play in the Olympics, we were under the assumption that they were going to play for Team USA. What if we get some World Baseball Classic type stuff where somebody's like, well, I'm 15% Irish, so I'm going to go play for Team Ireland. And we actually get the NFL players on everybody else's team instead of on Team USA. Is that going to be a problem? Is that more likely of a situation than everybody trying to play for Team USA?
I wondered that when they first announced this whole thing, because we made that assumption, but because nobody else talked about it as a possibility, I figured there wouldn't be too much interest. Or there wouldn't be too many people trying to, like, because for the World Baseball Classic, let's be honest, there's a lot of white guys who are like, hey, I got this extra eligibility over here. I'm going to go play for this team because, can't get past, I can't be on Team USA because I'm not good enough. Definitely not make it on any of the, the Latin teams. So, like, hey, I'm embracing this over here so that I can be on this team. There's not a whole lot of that in football, right? Like, it's like, I grew up in the hood. That's pretty much the story for the NFL. So, like, it's US or bust. It'd be a strong stretch to see folks trying to strike. But, I mean, there's probably some kickers that are like, yeah, I'm totally going to go play for this team over here. I don't know that it's going to matter. It's not going to matter just like the other ones, but it could be a thing.
Matt Barr pointing out, I'm here for New Zealand for guys like Tua and Puka and Fred Warner, etc. So
yeah, I mean, there could be some teams that become competitive, but in general, like, I don't know if it's as much of a thing like in baseball. Like, you're not gonna have a Newt Bar situation where there's somebody who's like, yeah, I'm part Japanese, I'm playing for Team Japan over here.
But I think you might. Like, here's the thing.
Well, I'm saying I don't think you will because, like, where's those connections? Where are they going to make them? They're much more of a stretch. They're much more of a stretch in football. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, as Caesar pointed out in the World Baseball Classic, you had the Gabagool Italians playing for Team Italy.
Yes, exactly. They're like, I have an Italian-ish last name, so I'm gonna go play for. I'm gonna go play for Team Italy.
It happens though. Like teams aren't going to make Team USA, so they try out for the national team of like their heritage. Like that happens. And if Team USA is going to go all in with like, no, we're just going to stick with the flag football players. We don't need the NFL players. We don't want the NFL players. We're going to stick with the flag football players. You get like 2 or 3 NFL players on the same team. USA's cooked. We're cooked, man. There's no way against even 3 NFL players. So like, a couple of Canadians, we're screwed. We're screwed, man.
I mean, that's a good point. And then we'll have to reevaluate. It'll be like the Joey Chestnut situation. Like, oh yeah, year 1, we thought we could be okay. And this time we're just gonna go all out. Like they'll send Pro Bowlers to this fucking thing the next time around. I guess. Like, so we'll just have to see how it goes. Like how these other teams stack up, and if the regular flag football dudes can't cut it, then we'll reassess.
Matt Barr pointing out, I think the Olympics are more strict than the WBC. Sure. But if you remember, the NFL has a pipeline because they went down to Africa and they got a pipeline of players. So we have dudes that were born in Africa playing in the NFL now. Like, some of these countries can fuck us up, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is that.
Hey, look, in this climate, I would be here for a Jamaican flag football team running shop. Like, we get cool runnings, the flag football version. I'm fucking here for this shit, man.
Oh, that team would be fun as hell to watch.
Like, imagine like a Usain Bolt type dude just blazing past fuckers, like becoming the star of the Olympics because of flag football. He just outrunning assholes.
I would be here for that. By the way,
I'm gonna do a lot of rooting against the U.S. in the Olympics, if they're able to stay here. Let's just put it that way.
You're like, women's soccer is the only one that I'm bagging. Everybody else can get fucked.
Well, Alex Morgan. I don't know, man. I mean, I'll root for them because they stand for a little bit more. But everybody else, yeah, you're on notice. Like the individual ones, maybe, and let's just be honest, some of the darker ones, I gotta. But like, there's gonna be some of the teams that I'm just like, no, drawing a line in the sand, man.
I'm proud of both of us, by the way, for how cordial we were without Mookie here. So welcome to overtime.
Miller for 3. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
Thank you for that. I didn't even go. You know what? Mookie brings out the worst in us when it comes to overtime. That's what I say. I didn't even look at the clock. This is how it's supposed to be.
Black and Crayon over here, just having a great conversation. Oh, there's a break in the action. Now let's break into overtime. I get the bit. I like the joke. Don't get me wrong. It's a funny joke when it's not on me. But sometimes you can be.
But we have decorum.
Scott, are we gonna get like an iconic image? Like, there's the iconic images of like Team USA with Hitler in the stands. Are we about to get some iconic imagery like that will live in history books forever coming up here?
I really hope so. I don't know where it would come from or like who can rise to that moment. Like, there's a lot of fear, and it's. I don't know. I don't know who on Team USA is going to be that type of athlete who can risk that all for it. Like, we don't. I'm just trying to think of who going into this next Olympics like has that brand already, because it would be somebody like that, right?
Yeah,
but I don't know too many I don't know too many returning big names for this next one. Like, is Simone even coming back? Like, and I don't know that she would be able to like necessarily pull that off. Like, I don't know, man.
It's got to be if we want it to be iconic, it's got to be at the track and field event, like some track and field event. That's where
right. But there's nobody like famous enough for us right now, right, to pull that off.
I don't think so.
Or who's in that driver's seat to like be that dominant to where they could pull it off. Because you want to be up there on the podium. You can't be out here trying to make a gesture like, he finished sixth.
It can't be in silver, right? You have to have
yes, you have to have the gold. So that's what I'm saying. Like the list of qualifying people for this, it's not that large this time around. So I don't know. I hope that we do, though. I hope that there's something, but I can't see it right now.
I want to see. A lot of people our age are tired of living through historic events. I'm kind of here for that one. I'm kind of here for like that image living on forever. Speaking of, let's talk a little Olympics here. Do you remember Mondo Duplantis, Scott, from the last Olympics? Do you remember that name?
Sure don't.
Mondo
if it wasn't the break dancer.
It was not great. Mondo is a pole. I almost said pole dancer. That's a whole different Olympic.
That's
event.
A new Olympic sport this year with flag football, folks. Tune in.
Mondo is a pole vaulter who was born in Louisiana, but he plays for. He represents Sweden in the Olympics, and he's like a beast. He set the world record. As a matter of fact, Mondo set the world record like back in 2020, I believe. Doing a quick check here to make sure that's correct. Yes, he set the world record in 2020 and has broken his own world record 11 times. He just did it again over the weekend by vaulting 20 feet 7 inches. Now, here's the thing, Scott. This is right up your alley because there is a fund that has been done for athletes who break world records. It's by World Athletics. They pay athletes $100,000 when they break a world record. So every time an athlete breaks a world record, this fund gives them $100,000. Mondo is big brain. All right. Most guys, they're going to go out there, they're going to vault the highest they can. They're going to set that world record and then do their best to try to get back. Maybe they set it again, maybe not. Not Mondo. Mondo breaks the world record in 2020. Then he comes back and breaks the world record again by going 1/4 of an inch higher. Then he breaks the record again by going 1/4 of an inch higher. Mondo has made $1.1 million from breaking his own world record 1/4 of an inch at a time. There is no doubt that this dude probably can vault like 21 feet. And he's like, why would I just go to 21 feet? I'm going to take all this cash on the way up. Scott, this is the smartest pole vaulter in the history of the world.
I mean, the theme of tonight's show has been loopholes. This is the greatest loophole of them all. You are capable and able to manipulate something like this to your advantage, and there's nothing saying that you can't, be a repeat, record breaker, and it's just every time the record's broken around the cash. This is fucking genius, man. Fucking genius. And I wonder when he devised, I wonder when he came to this, premonition of just I could do this. I'm just going to shortchange it. God, that's brilliant. Joey Chestnut should have thought of this years ago, right? He should have set the bar low and then just kept going. Instead, he did what you said. He topped out, and then from there it was just well, where's he gonna go? And he kind of came, he would set it, but he'd have to go with these extreme lengths, and then he set it by 1 or whatever. But this, what a fucking genius,
dude!
Get this guy's jersey.
I am looking at his vaults right now. So he sets the world record in 2020, February 8th, 2020. He set the world record at 20 feet, 2 3/4 inches. The previous record was 20 feet, 2.5 inches. So he went up 1/4 of an inch. He then sets the world record 2 weeks later at another tournament, and he went up to 20 feet, 3 1/4 inch. So a decent jump there. That's where he realized the mistake, because he was like, oh shit, I got to slow this back, because after that, so he went from 2 3/4 to 3 1/4. Then he went from 3 1/4 to 3.5 to 4 to 4 1/4, 4 3/4, 5 1/4, 5 1/2, 6 1/4, 6 3/4, now to 20 feet 7. This dude realized after one jump, he got that check, and 2 weeks later got another check and went, whoa. Oh, I got it. And then just pump them brakes, baby. What a genius.
I love this. I love everything about this. This is, and again, I mean, he's just playing by the rules. There's nothing saying that you can't do this. There's no way to prove it. Hey, my man's just going out here and breaking records every time. What are you gonna say? He's trying harder than he did each time, and like there's no way that you can like discredit this. It's just, hey, man, I just keep getting better every time out. I fucking love this, man. I fucking love this.
I love the chat, by the way, because everybody's just talking about the pole vaulter with the big dick. Viral because of the big dick. Now, Gabe asking, did his dick grow a half an inch each time too? Tyson said the French pole vaulter with the hog. Biscuit, great joke. Mondo ain't the only one who lives his life a quarter inch. That is how crazy this is, Scott. This dude broke the world record, and most people just remember the guy's dick hitting the pole. Like, that is wild to me that this guy has broken his world record 11 times, and he's not even the most famous pole vaulter because his dick didn't hit the pole on the way down.
Yeah, but I mean, as always, you'll let that guy be the most famous and get all those accolades for having a huge dick. That's cool. My man is a legend at the bank because he's been gaming the system since early on and made bank off of this fucking break. Like, hey, yeah, have a huge dick. I'm going to buy whatever I want over here. That's cool. That huge dick didn't help you set records, did it? No? Cool. I mean, at least not records that got you paid every time. I mean, you set some records, but they're not ones that are going to get you these checks every time. Like, I'm out there smiling every time they hand me one of these large size checks. And if I'm him too, I'm just like, yes, every time we're doing one of these big check ceremonies that I'm like, I'm like Happy Gilmore. We're stacking up the big checks in the backseat of my fucking car off this every time. Memo, world record every time.
Also,
I did it again, folks. Bring up the big check.
Let's be fair here. One way to have sex with a lot of women is to have a big dick, and everybody knows you have a big dick. Another way to have sex with a lot of women is have a lot of money. And that's
what I'm saying.
You get your money in, you're good. You're good.
Like my man with the big, the one who went viral for the big dick. He's like Banana Bowl. Like, yeah, there's novelty there. I get it. But you want that long-lasting dick, and you got the money behind it. Like, you're going regular baseball. Like, if you're a fan, like if you're a fan of dick, you're locking into the more long-term goal here. Like the one night to say you did it with the pole vaulter with the giant dick, that's fine. Banana Bowl's cool for one night, but after that, you want something stable. You want some stable dick. And that concludes the dick portion of the show. Talking, you thought we were gonna get out of it? We brought it back, baby. I really hope he's tuning in now. I really hope that guy's tuning in now. They talked about meth, bath salts, and an extraordinarily long conversation about pole vaulters and penis sizes. That's it. Never again. Never again will I take suggestion from a guy off the street about a podcast.
You guys talk about, sports and beer and big pole vaulters and meth and bath salts. Let's go ahead and talk some golf, Scott.
Playing a game of whack fuck here. Whack.
It's been a while since we've had that drop, so we had to shoehorn in some golf here, and it'll be quick. The U.S. Open was this past weekend, Scott, and it was just unadulterated chaos. The course, 8 people alive. The rough was ridiculous. Balls were like completely lost as soon as they went into the rough. Dudes were just losing their minds. Rory McIlroy threw a club twice. He was tomahawking clubs across the course. He also broke one of the tee markers. Everybody was just losing their shit on the course. Nobody, though, as bad as Wyndham Clark, because Wyndham Clark got back to the locker room and had a bad time as he just kicked in several lockers in the Oakmont Country Club locker room to the point that fans are like, he should be banned from Oakmont for life for this. I've played a lot of golf, and I've wanted to do this several times, so I understand. I know what he's going through. But Scott, how do we not see this more often? Like, how, in a game as frustrating as golf, how do we not see more locker rooms that look like this at the end of a tournament?
Dude, I don't know, man. You want to talk about also on top of the fact that it's like it's frustrating and hard. We gotta like imagine all the guys who it's like you've got to stay professional out there, and there's decorum, and golf is all prim and proper. Like you would think that locker rooms would be destroyed because guys are able to get away from the cameras and finally just beat the shit out of something and go Happy Gilmore outside of the public eye. Like I would expect every locker room to look like this after every major tournament from fucking somebody. I can't even hit off the tee. I want to do that just hitting off the tee. So I don't know how they're not all like that.
Did you see how that tournament ended, Scott? Did you watch any
I
of
did. It was like no, I saw everything. Just today too? Yeah, I saw everything yesterday morning. All the highlights. I was like, who is this colored guy? Look at him go. He had a white wife. He's doing Tiger proud, my man. Yeah, I saw him. I saw the things that mattered, baby.
JJ Spawn, poor dude, was in full-on dad mode too, as his kid was throwing up at 3 a.m. Saturday night, and then he had to get up for his tee time and try to win the U.S. Open the same day. Controversy because there was what should have been relief given to a dude in the fairway. He ended up making double bogey and lost the tournament, but nothing crazier than Spawn's putt to win that title.
Yeah, that was
64-foot putt, I think, with absolute craziness. That's what the U.S. Open needs to be every year. I hate looking at a leaderboard and seeing minus 21, minus 23, minus 25. I love looking at a leaderboard at the end of the tournament and there's one dude at even par and nobody else is like, that's it. Even par wins the tournament. Everybody else is above par. Oh, it's the best. It's the reason why I love the U.S. Open probably more than the Masters, is because it's just dudes getting beat by the course and losing their minds constantly. That's what we need. Like, we need these courses. They play on these courses that like regular guys can play on any other time throughout the year if you have the money. We need like special courses that are like designed to make golfers want to do this to the locker room at the end. Like, I want to see some crazy designs that they come up with to just make it ridiculously hard so that professionals look like amateurs. That's what I want out of my golf tournaments. That concludes your golf talk. Let's talk about these beers that we were drinking tonight. Scott, what was in your mug, rated on Caesar scale, dog or no dog?
I was drinking Drecker Brewing Company's Chonk, and we discovered tonight that this is a series that they must do because I had their Sunday Sour, which is white chocolate and blueberries.
Tastes like blue.
Amazing. So yeah, as Mike said, it tastes like blue. Incredible. If you can get your hands on one of these, do 6.5%. Just amazing. Tastes like juice. Such a dog.
I want to collect the chunks now. I had Rainbow Scoop from a brewery that I still don't know. This one's got orange and raspberry and lemon, lime, milk sugar. Absolutely delicious. Complete dog. I don't know what took me so long to get into sours because these are just juice boxes. It's adult juice boxes. They're fantastic. I want all of them. I might go on a straight sour month on my next run.
Yeah. Embrace it.
Yeah,
I mean, they're good. I tried to fight it forever, but now I gravitate. Like, I look to see what sours are there first, and then if I don't find anything that sounds good, move on to something else.
I think I feel like when I was introduced to sours, I just had bad sours. Like, now that I've had good sours, I'm on board. Like, I just was introduced improperly to the sours, and I needed better sours to be introduced.
Which sucks because when we were with Beer Drop, it was like all the beers were sour. Like that was every single beer that I struggled. And there were a few that I ended up buying and not realizing they were sours until they showed up. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, I'm going to drink them now because they're $20 for, a couple cans or whatever. And a lot of times it was like, oh, I wasn't really into them and they were just okay. Now I wish I could go back and pay a whole bunch of money to have all these different beers shipped from around the country because a bevy of sours, like all the sours you could imagine.
We were so naive with just our
know,
stouts. We looked for stouts and nothing else, and settled for IPAs and passed on every sour. So young. Yeah, if we could go back and tell young Mike and young Scott what we're doing wrong. Scott,
Be more TikTok.
This.
You know how the show's gonna blow up? More TikTok.
This is a show. This is a show.
Don't worry about that. Let's talk about more dick. You'll be fine.
Thank you guys for listening to us talk about dick today and bath salts and all of it. It's so stupid, but I love doing it, and I hope you guys enjoy listening to it. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that bell. Make sure you tell a friend. Let's blow that thing up. You can follow us on all of the socials at Crafty Sports Run, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky. We're all over the place. So go follow us there. Be sure to join the Facebook group. It's the only reason to have Facebook. It's the show between the show, the comment section come to life. Go join that and join us in between shows to BS and share memes and laugh and make fun of movies there too. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content there, so go hit them up. Shout out to all the pods on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. We will see you all next week. Mookie, get better. Cheers, everybody.
The snow bunnies. You'll never walk alone.
I don't know much about your show or what's going on,